Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Sunday. I got a lot done yesterday. I'm looking at my box trying to figure out what I did first. Okay, I think this cutie was the first one I finished. I have on my list that I wanted to make a bunch of duck on a swing. Now, once again, I went sort of rogue from the pattern. I will I'll put the pattern in the descriptions, but I did a different beak and I did different feet and I did the swing differently. But the chick body, that I stuck to the pattern. Um, I think that these will be a great seller at craft shows. And since I have two big craft shows coming up next month, I want to have a bunch of them ready. I do want to make some more variations. One is going to be, this too. The pattern didn't have a little tuft coming out the top of the head, but after I sewed the wings on, I had extra thread, so I ran it up through the top and tufted it, brushed it out and separated, that's another little tweak to the pattern. Okay, I want to make some in white with a little comb on the top. I want to make one where, okay, let's see, about this much is green, and then one row of white, and then the rest is brown for a mallard duck. And same as I just said, but white on the top, and then for the last row, I'm going to do back loop only. So white and then brown on the bottom, and then come around the back loop only and do a little bit of a ruffle and make that a bald eagle. So this was on my summer bucket list, and just, yeah, craft show. I had one of these before, and it sold at my little craft show over at the library. So I wanted to make that going in the chicken bag. Then this guy came next. I have a bin of yarn, and one of my, that's too heavy, one like this, out by my chair that has a bunch of yarn in it that I want to finish up. And a lot of it is leftover yarn. I need a drink of water. Sorry, I'm just like a little bit under the weather. This ear feels weird, and there's just a little bit of weird feeling in my throat, so I don't know if I'm coming down with a summer cold. Just have to keep on hydrating and vitamin C and hope that it goes away. Okay, so from the leftover yarn from my pastel emotional support chicken, I made a Loaf Kitty. This is the pattern by Twinkie Chan, and I like the way it turned out. The face might be a little bit wonky, like the whiskers aren't as symmetrical as they could be. I stink in embroidery. But there's the Loaf Kitty. Then I made another Loaf Kitty, but I can't show you till Tuesday because I made it for my Temu kits, and I need something for Temu Tuesday. So I'm going to put that aside for Tuesday. Then I had this like a handful of a bulky white tweed yarn that was heading out to my craft chair and got stalled on the dining room table along the way. And my husband picked it up and said, "This reminds me of an Alfred Hitchcock movie." I'm trying to figure out what. It reminded him of the movie Rope. So I jokingly said, "Okay, I gotta finish that off before you get ideas from that movie." So I freehanded this. I made a little chicken. And then I grabbed some of the white yarn that was left over. Oh, so this is out of order. This was after that one because that one was white yarn. I freehanded a little bag for said chicken to fit into. And now I have to cut a little piece of my old purse small enough for a tag for this and have my husband burn the words emotional support chicken on the tag, and then that will be ready for shows. Okay, so before I made that one, yes, about that. Okay, before I made that one, I made a Chubby Mouse. Little tail, bloop, bloop, bloop. Now, I will have to put in the description. I bought the pattern for this on Amazon. Not Amazon. Etsy. Amazon just delivered the Father's Day present, so Amazon stuck in my brain. It just says crochet pattern Chubby Mousey, and I looked through the pattern to see if there was some mention of the designer's name in the pattern, and there wasn't, so I'm going to have to look it up, like go to my Etsy history and find out who the designer was. But I bought this a few months ago. I saw someone else made it, and I thought, oh, that's cute. People like mice. That looks like it'll work up quickly. I'm making it. So I made that with a double strand of worsted weight and a K hook. So it did work up quickly. It was a couple hours. Nice. A nice quick project. And I probably will make more of them. First, I probably should see if they sell. The next thing I made was an ergonomic hook. When I went down to my daughter's house for a craft show, I think it was in May, I had packed up my tote that I got from Temu. I had packed up my Temu tote with like stuffing, and I filled it up with yarn. But I did not put in my case of needles. Case of hooks. So I got down to her house, and ooh, there it is. There's another one. Ooh. Apparently this wasn't the one I'm talking about. So in order to work on the projects that I took, the patterns that I took with me to make, I needed a size F hook. My son-in-law does crochet. He makes granny square blankets. So he had like H, I, and J. He had the bigger hooks. I wanted an F hook to use with my worsted weight that I had with me. So I went over to Walmart and I picked up a hook for like $1.74, and I used it for the weekend. But just using the tiny little hook with the tiny little handle, it sort of cramps up my fingers. So when I placed my birthday order with Temu, I ordered a package of silicone beads in purple, because purple's my favorite color. And oh wow, this hook is like a quarter to half an inch longer than that one. I just sat there and pushed them on until I got them up to about the midpoint and filled it up with beads. I still have enough to do another hook. I have some other hooks, but they're bigger, and I don't know if I would be able to get the handle of something like an H or an I hook through the hole in the bead. So I'm happy that I found another F hook. I believe that's F. Yes, 3.75. I have another F hook that I can use to finish off the beads up on my chair. And I have been using this for my newest project. After I finished that Chubby Mouse, I looked over my list of June goals, summer goals, Mystery Yarn Challenge 624, which reminds me, there's a box over here that has circular crochet hooks. And I need to go through that and find a size 6 for working on one of the projects. Okay, I'm gunning for you, size 6 needle. So I got to do another one of these. Okay, I was looking through my list. Okay, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? I finally decided to work on the Purchased Not Made pattern that I had chosen for June, which is the Avocato. And I'm using my new ergonomic hook. So this is what the front looks like. I have the arms and the legs and the tail and the ears all made. So now I just need to make another about this size for the back, and then as you crochet them together, you're crocheting in the feet and the hands. Then I think the ears get sewn on separately, and the tail gets sewn on separately. And I have to put the facial features on here. But I'm almost done. I'm over halfway done with that. So that's what I've been up to. I think I want to make one of my other Temu kits so that I have a couple things to show on Temu Tuesday. And I'm just going to keep plugging away. Well, if I can find a set of size 6. Oh, there's a box of tissues. I have a box of tissues in here. This. You see that? You see that mess? Somewhere in here, there's a size 8 circular needle. Ooh, if I wanted to make something really big, there's a size 17. But I have to get one of my little gadgets that you push your needle through. This is way too big. I need something that's smaller and shorter. What's this one? That's still too long. Don't I have any like 12-inch? So that's what I gotta do. That looks too, those are too big. That one, it looks like it might be a 4 or 5. Oh, no. I think those are an 8. But instead of just going through this whole thing of playing the guessing game, that's a 9, that's a 10. That one has a needle in it. Instead of playing this silly guessing game, I need to get my little measuring device and measure. Too big. Okay. What fell? Uh-oh. Oh, man. That's size 5. A size 5 fell. Did the pattern really say 6? What's that one? It's size 7. Don't you hate it when you find something on both sides? But you know what fell out? So this has tiny little numbers. Okay. So finish Avocato. Find size 6 needles. Cast on the next hat for Mystery Yarn Challenge 624. And since I need to have and make another silicone hook, and since I need to have a knit and a crochet pattern going at the same time, because sometimes knitting gets me a little bit bored. It's like knitting, you got knit and you got purl, knit and purl, knit and purl. It's going to take longer. For the instant gratification of getting something done more quickly, I'm going to have a crochet project going too. I'm probably going to work on more chickens, on like the other birds on the swing, and get those going. Okay, I'm going to go through these knitting needles. I'm going to put on my broken readers, which are taped together with masking tape. Find out where number 6mm is on this tool and see if I can find the right knitting needles. And then I will go out to my yarn. Then I'll go to my yarn and play with chair. Yeah. Can you tell I took a nice long nap today? I'm still like not quite with it. I will go out to my chair and play with yarn. Bye bye.